Hello from St. George. We're going to do a little series called Mermaid. You can start with the Mermaid Position, which is 2 triangles. One leg is bent here and the other foot's behind. And place your right hand on your left knee. Take an inhale and lift your spine out of your pelvis. That's just a cue or an image. So you're reaching your spine up and creating length before you go over in what we call lateral flexion. So this is going to feel so good. It's going to help with breathing. It's going to help with tight shoulders and a tight back. Your hands on your knee for leverage. That way you can go a little bit further. You'll lift up and over. Now we're going to direct our breath to the exposed rib cage. One little trick to do this is called one lung breathing, is to direct your nostril in the direction you want the breath to travel. So inhale and expand the rib cage. You can actually feel the ribs getting further apart as you direct breath into that side of your body. As you exhale, gently pull your abdominals in, corseting your waist 3-dimensionally like you're putting on a tight pair of jeans. Take an inhale and expand the rib cage. Keep reaching through the arm. The fingers above you are far away from the hip below. Inhale and exhale. This is going to help your shoulders, your back, the breath, posture. Now this time, inhale. Take that arm that was in the air and place it behind your booty. You can put your fingertips or your palm, whatever's comfortable. Take another inhale to lengthen. You notice we always lengthen before we add on a directional movement. And then exhale, add rotation, like you're a beautiful mermaid looking over her shoulder towards the ocean. Now every time you inhale, you're going to lengthen your spine. And on the exhale, you might micro-rotate even more. I'm going to look at you, but you can still look over your shoulder. The micro-rotation happens at the thoracic or upper spine. That's where the majority of the rotation is going to happen. The neck is just going along for the ride, jawline parallel to the floor. The low back is gently rotating, but because the lumbar disc the lumbar vertebrae are so big, there's not going to be much rotation there. It's primarily in the upper spine. Inhale, lengthen like you're filling up a wash rag full of water. Exhale, bring out that wash rag and keep it up. You'll notice you can go a little further. Keep dropping the shoulder blades down the back. Grow that crown towards the ceiling like you're a beautiful flower growing towards the sun. And this upper back rotation is so important to have good posture. Without upper back rotation, adequate upper back rotation, the back starts getting rounded forward. And we start looking older than we really are. We start losing the ability to breathe fully. Our posture gets compromised. So take another inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to add on. The arms are going to go down to the floor behind us. Now you could be here. I like to go all the way down towards the elbows and then lengthen that top leg. Now I'm going to get a good psoas stretch. That top leg is getting more behind me. My arms are reaching far away, and that whole lateral line from my right pinky to my right toes is getting stretched. You can play around with little nuances here. Keep the breath dropping low so that you can get some breath into that diaphragm where it attaches on the lumbar spine, where the psoas attaches. And take another inhale here. This one feels so good. You can imagine I'm pulling your foot or that I'm pulling your arm. I'm creating length from the right hand to the right foot. Take an inhale. And then on the exhale, come back up. And I'm going to throw in a bonus pose. Left hand underneath your shoulder. Right foot is still behind you. That left knee can get a little bit more underneath you. It's a variation of a Mudrasana. So lift up through that heart, like your heart is going towards the sky. Press the hip forward. Keep the abs engaged so that you're not just compressing the low back, but you're opening up the anterior or front side of your body. Keep reaching like you're draping over a big fit ball. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, come on down. That was beautiful. Let's do that series on the other side. Now we've got double triangle legs. The foot's on the thigh. The other name for this is mermaid. So your left hand's going to go to your right knee. Take an inhale. Lift up your spine. Go up and over. Imagine you're getting your spine up and over a barbed wire fence. If your hips are uncomfortable or uneven here, you can always use a pillow underneath one of the booty cheeks to even out the pelvis. Nothing should hurt. So take an inhale. Direct that breath to this rib cage, to this lung. Inhale. And on your exhale, you might notice you can reach up and over more. Imagine you're trying to get as long a line as you can from the pinky of this top hand down to the ilium or the pelvis on this hip. Inhale to that rib cage. Feel the ribs separate. The intercostal muscles are getting expansive. You're getting some pliancy in those secondary respiratory muscles and primary respiratory muscle, the diaphragm. Inhale, reach that shoulder, that lat's gonna feel that stretch, the low back's gonna feel the stretch, the external obliques are gonna feel the stretch, the diaphragm, the intercostals. So many good things are happening right now. Take another inhale, expand into that rib cage. Act like I'm pulling your wrist and you're anchoring down through the hip. Keep that beautiful length. All good poses start with some length in the spine. Inhale and exhale. Let those right fingertips come behind your booty. Inhale again, and let's exhale and rotate over that shoulder. Imagine you're looking over the ocean, mermaid looking over the ocean. Try to relax through the other leg so you're not death gripping in your hips. Your inhale's lengthening you. You're growing flower towards the beautiful sky, towards the sun. And on the exhale, micro rotations. Mostly those rotations occur in the upper or thoracic spine. Inhale, lengthen like you're filling up a wash rack. Exhale, micro rotation, upper back. You're not forcing anything, you're just allowing it. Sometimes the muscles tighten in response to a new range of motion. The Golgi tendon organs, they tighten, and you're just letting your muscles know everything's okay. You can go a little further. You're not stressing anything. This is so important for posture preservation and even improving posture. You can improve your posture. Take another inhale, lengthen, and exhale, rotate. And this feels so good. It's actually hard to come out of because it feels so good. And now we're gonna come down to the floor. The hands or the elbows can come down. Keep twisting that spine the other way. Stretch that leg. Act like someone's pulling your left leg. Keep reaching through your top arm. Breathe that breath down deep into the diaphragm to get the lower diaphragm fibers that attach on L1-2 and L1-2-3 of the spine. That way you can get some blood flow, oxygenated blood flow to that psoas. Keep reaching, keep stretching through that leg. Take another couple breaths here, just enjoy. If it's too hard, just come up on your elbows. Otherwise, take another inhale. And on the exhale, come back up. And now the right hand is gonna be under the shoulder. You're doing so great. Take that left foot more behind you. The right knee is more underneath you, and drape that body over a big fit ball. It's like you're doing a little back bend, but you have that knee down, so it's not as difficult. It's not as challenging. Breathe into the upper part of the chest. Keep pressing that hip forward. Drive that hip forward. Pull those the abs. Pubic bone pulls up with the abdominals. You should have some tone here so you're not collapsing in the lower spine. Right shoulder blades down the back. Keep that breath. Take another inhale. Act like I'm pulling your arm. Act like I'm pulling your bottom foot, your left foot that's on the floor behind you. Inhale. And then beautiful mermaid, come on back down. Now we're going to do one pose to counter all this. You can do a seated bound angle. Remove your flesh out of the booty. The booty is now behind you more. You're on your sit bones. Take an inhale. And I always like to open up the big toe or whatever toes are tight on you when you're doing a pose like this. You're already there. You can exhale, come down. Your elbows might even help you assist the knees towards the floor with no pain. Make sure there's no pain. This is the pectineus stretch, the muscles that people tend to strain when they do explosive movements. So we're stretching those muscles. Relax your spine, relax your neck, relax your eyes, so you can further tap into the parasympathetic system where the healing is. Take a couple more breaths here just to let everything go, to clear your mind, to notice how you feel. And notice how you're going to even get deeper in the pose without stress. You're just allowing, your muscles are allowing you deeper. Keep your mind focused on the breath, lightly focused, and sit any way you want. One hand can be on your heart, one can be on your belly. Take an inhale and expand the bottom hand. Feel that belly expand, and the breath is going to work all the way up towards your heart. And then as you exhale, release any tension that you might have been holding on to, anything from the past, anything from the future. Just be here now. Take another inhale through your nose. Expand the bottom hand. The breath is going to work its way up to your heart center, to your heart hand. And then as you exhale, let go of any criticisms, any judgments that don't serve your higher good. And then we'll take one more of these. Inhale through your nose. Eyes are soft or closed. We're tapping into that parasympathetic system to heal and tap into the creative mind. And then exhale, let it go. Let the bottom hand cover your top hand and notice how you feel. How do your muscles feel? How does your nervous system feel? How does the breath feel? And notice how good it feels to be in this moment, to be in this space. And may you have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining me.